Hello. You good boy? Has he gone back to law? Eh, you're lovely. Well, would you believe I've actually bumped into two other fellow walkers, which is the first I've met since Monday, and this is Gaynor and David, and we're not far now from Ferryside.
Ferryside, that's where we live.
I saw the train just go through there. Actually, I did go across the track, but then I decided to come back, and I'll be glad to get to Ferryside because I'm dying for a cup of tea. Is there a cafe or anything there?
Yes,
yeah.
The cabin is in the middle of town, and
it'll be open. Well,
oh,
maybe.
Lovely.
Actually, it might not be.
Yeah, it will be by the time you get there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you live in the village.
We live in the village,
but you still do a lot of walking. You're still very active.
Yeah.
You look like it.
We walk a few miles every day, and
Yeah.
sometimes we walk more. Just depends what we're doing.
Yes. Yes.
But we tend to walk local.
Right.
Yeah.
So we were talking about this ferry. Can I just go on about that a little bit?
You can.
So when I get to the railway station, I'm going to be able to see right across the river, and apparently that's where the ferry is, isn't it?
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Is it possible to actually go and look at it, physically look at it?
Yeah, it'll be in the boatyard, so yeah, you can have a look at the ferry.
Right.
As you can see, the tide is way out at the moment,
Yes.
so it won't be.
It won't be operating today.
You won't be seeing it on the water today.
No.
Sometimes it's just parked down on the side by the yacht, past the lifeboat station
Right.
and the yacht club, but it probably is inside the boatyard. I don't know.
Oh, right. Okay.
Uh,
So you're not from this area originally,
No.
then? Where are you from originally?
We were born in the valleys. We
Yes.
were born in Ebbw Vale,
Right.
and our first port of call was in a steelworks.
Right.
And we moved out when they started to make people redundant. That's what happened to me personally.
So how that'll be
That was
going
a
back
long-
into what that was going to
That's
70s,
going back a
80s,
long
yeah.
time.
Well, I mean the whole steel industry is more or less
Yeah,
finished now, and it? There's not much going on anywhere, is there really?
That was in the mid-70s that we moved out.
Yes, I couldn't. Yeah,
And we were in England for a decade or more,
yes,
and then we came back this way when Gaynor's mum started to get unwell.
right,
She's long since passed. And,
right.
We sort of moved
Yeah.
from Cardiff, where we lived, basically into more and more remote places. And this
Right.
is I say remote, this is the quietest place we've ever lived
Right.
in. This is more village life, you know.
Have you adapted to that?
Pretty much.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Right.
Well, we did a year
Well, it is a
of,
bit of a gamble, isn't
Yeah.
it? Well, you know,
we did a year of back and forth, really, just coming at weekends, checking it out. But we liked it. We liked the people. The people are really friendly and open.
yes,
We're not Welsh speakers, but that doesn't, some people here are Welsh speakers,
Yes.
but it's
Yeah.
Everybody's very welcoming. So,
So you won't be going to Ferryside, you'll be going to Ferry.
Oh, really? Well, I'm absolutely hopeless. I mentioned this the other day, how easily I get mixed up with place names and stuff.
Yeah.
It's getting embarrassing. I mean, I put it down to my age, but
We know what that's like.
I get completely confused. I was calling Milford Haven, I was calling it Milton Keynes the other day as an example.
It's that
I
part
knew
of
it
the
began
brain,
with
isn't
them,
it?
and I know it was two
It's that-
words, and it was just the first.
It's that mix.
And I do get really mixed up, and I just get really embarrassed about it when I actually, as I'm saying these things, I don't realise. But when I look back at some of the films that I've made, and I think, God, that was dreadful. You're getting so forgetful and forgetting names, and it's embarrassing. But as I try to explain, I see so many people, or I have been doing, like 25, 30 people a day, and I've been walking through lots and lots and lots of different places, and to remember names and to remember the
I don't
Welsh
remember
names.
That's a huge
as well.
challenge.
The trouble
It
is with
is.
place names as well. You've got Welsh and English.
I know.
So,
I know.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the group we met yesterday, some ladies who were walking from Carmarthen, they were going to Llansaint.
They couldn't
Yeah.
say it.
They just could not say Llansaint, however hard we tried to coach them.
No, well, I'm the same. I'm hopeless with languages and
Yeah.
stuff. I lived abroad for 10 years, and I got a grasp. I lived in Bulgaria. I got a grasp of it, but it was like learning Russian,
Yeah.
and it was Cyrillic alphabet, and it was
Too hard.
I could read the Cyrillic alphabet actually better than I could speak. But you'd need years and years and years to learn Bulgarian, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And my brain isn't really into languages.
Yeah.
My daughter speaks about 5 languages, and but it's funny really how that goes.
You definitely need to start young with languages, don't you?
Of course you do, yeah, and I never did that, But anyway, look, it's been a real pleasure meeting you.
Lovely meeting you too,
Our
Jim.
pleasure. We're very impressed by the challenge you set yourself.
We think we do well if we walk 4 or 5 miles.
I wouldn't say we were ashamed of the challenge we set ourselves, but by comparison, it's somewhat modest, I think it's fair to say.
care.
Take care.
Bye-bye. I was walking through this past these wonderful buildings. I know it's a private road, but it's still accessible to people on the coast path. And what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Leslie Henson.
No, this is Leslie anyway. Leslie, what a fantastic setup you've got here, and what a beautiful house and outbuildings and everything. How long have you been here?
We've been here approaching 7 years now. It's
Oh,
a
right.
beautiful place to live.
Yes, and I can't believe it. You've got such a wonderful backdrop as well, and the river, and
Yes.
the trains going past and everything. Have you done all this work yourself then, your husband and yourself?
Yes,
Wow.
we have. Obviously, with the help of builders. We've had builders here for the last 7 years.
Yes.
And all 3 properties in this cluster we've worked on.
Wow.
So we have one now as a holiday let.
Yes.
The second one will be coming online next year.
Yes.
And we've been renovating the farmhouse and having fun doing it. We found some really unusual pieces in the house.
Yes.
Apparently, this was General Picton's land. And we're told that General Picton's sister was brought here after she'd been naughty in London.
Really? Wow.
And I think she'd had her baby here. And we found what we think has been the nursery upstairs.
Well, that's a fantastic story,
It
isn't
is,
it?
yes.
It really is. And I know you said you've got a holiday home there, which we've got people in now. I mean, do you get booked up all year round? Is it working now? You've got the place finished and everything.
It is.
Yes.
Yes. So if anyone is watching, it's on cottages.com.
On cottages. Well, that's fine.
Yes.
Now, a bit of a topic of conversation around here is this ferry that's going to start, or has started.
Yes.
I was over at Llanstefan yesterday talking with David, a very nice guy
Yes.
who's a part of the organisation about it. What are your feelings about that then?
Oh, I welcome it. I think, we're called Ferryside. We should have the ferry. And we've seen it up and down the river. So while I'm having the gin and tonic on the patio, I could see the ferry
Yes.
having a trial run. We haven't been over there yet. Work has stopped play, so to speak.
Yes.
But I think it's a wonderful thing to have. And I'm
Yes.
looking forward to going over to Llanstefan and having an ice cream.
Yes. Well, I mean, I wasn't there long. I mean, I walked through it kind of thing, but while I was there, as I say, I there was another interesting thing there yesterday as well, was that a commemoration in the church hall for one of the soldiers from Llanstefan who died 100 years to the day in 1918, and I was a little bit early for that because it didn't start until 11:15. I was in and out of the village by about 9 o'clock. But lovely people, and I've got to say that the one thing that I've said this several times on this film that I've been making, the Welsh people are fantastic. Right along the coast, everywhere, wherever I've been very, very impressed with the Welsh people, the friendliness and the warmth and genuine interest in not only in what I'm doing, but giving me advice and helping me out. I can't believe how friendly they are.
Good. It's such a beautiful place, and it's lovely to share with anyone who wants to come and have a look.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's been absolutely wonderful talking to you, and I hope we meet again. And just tell me once again for the people watching, what's the website address?
Cottagers.com.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
All the best. Thank you.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lovely.